fellow vidiots, and welcome back to VRChat. I was hoping that Casala was going to be able to join me tonight, but I've not heard anything from him, and it's now late enough in the morning that I doubt if I've heard anything from him that I will. So I was going to try to take you guys into the amusement park tonight, and let you guys see the rides and all that kind of stuff, but I'm not able to get into it for some reason. Every time I try, it wants to keep sending me back to the hub after an extremely long time of sitting there and waiting for it to load. It just goes no, and it returns me back to the hub for some reason. So, not sure why. I don't know if maybe there's a lot of people on in the amusement park tonight in Funland, but yeah, it doesn't want to let me in there. So, but I figured, you know what? I'll take you guys at least somewhere that we can get to, and this here is like a little bitty national park. As you can see, it's completely surrounded by water. So this is kind of the play area right here, and let you guys kind of know this is going to be our first week of getting back to an actual regular schedule. The normal schedule is the way I've got it set up right now. It's likely going to be like this week will be VRChat, then it will go to the next video will be Eden, then it'll go to Subnautica, and then after that, it will be, the week after that will be a Minecraft, and then our UA, and then a Fallout 4. And now that is subject to change, depending on how, the views go and that kind of stuff. There's a couple of other games that I kind of want to play, or at least check out, in which I may do, just to see, if viewership pops up, or, that kind of thing. Not sure yet, though. I'm kind of going to wait to run this schedule at least one full cycle to see how the views and stuff go. But, may get into some other RPGs. Again, just not sure yet what exactly it is that I'm going to be doing. Okay. There's like absolutely nothing to grab and throw in this world. My goodness. So, but that's going to be currently what the plan and stuff is. I did get, I tested it yesterday, and I got Fallout 4 working a lot better, but I'm thinking I may have a mod conflict somewhere, because I'd run it maybe 20 to 25 minutes, and then I would end up with a, crash to desktop, or the game would just freeze, and my computer wasn't crashed, but the game had crashed. It just wasn't taking me out of the game. It was like it was frozen on the screen, even though the busy bar, there at the bottom for Fallout 4, how it's got the little icon there at the bottom of the screen that shows you that it's working, that would still be working, but the actual game would be like 0% on the computer, where absolutely nothing was running. So I'm pretty sure I've got a major mod conflict somewhere, and I'm gonna hopefully be able to get that resolved before the next recording. I'm kind of looking into it. I got some friends of mine looking into it as well. So that's the hope anyway, is that gets fixed. Man, that rock looks like we could pick it up, and yet we can't. So I am finding out, though, I'm having a lot more issues with this computer than I did with my old one. I mean, the old one was restricted on graphics capability, which restricted me to a lot of things. Like, for instance, on that computer, I couldn't play Fallout 4. On that computer, the graphics and textures and everything would have to be so toned down that it wasn't an enjoyable experience to watch. It was fine to play games, but it just wasn't an enjoyable experience to watch. But this new system that I've got, while the graphics and everything look so much better and so much prettier, I'm running into a lot of issues with game stalls, with things not working, with some games looking and working great, but only for a limited time, where on my other computer it seemed to be more stable and I wasn't getting crashes. And on this computer, for some games I need a certain video driver to be running, whereas with other games I have to have an older video card driver running, and same with audio. And so I'm running into some real issues with this system that I didn't have to deal with in my other system. So I'm hoping that is something that, as I'm sitting here and I'm looking through forum posts and drivers and all that kind of stuff, that I can figure out what's going on with it and be able to get it fixed. But I'm not sure yet. So I'm hoping, though, anyway, that I'm able to get it fixed. I did get a couple of your guys' messages as far as new stuff that you would like to see me try out, to which a couple of those things I've checked out, and I should actually be able to run them now. So I may do that, and that may be taking the place of, like, say, every other week. Instead of VRChat vlog, we'll end up having, one of those games or that kind of stuff. I was also going to start streaming and everything. However, oh, geez, you guys, OBS does not seem, neither the classic or the studio seem to run really well on this system. They just, it's like they keep running into issues that I don't know what causes it. I mean, I've searched forums and tried a number of different fixes, and people who said, oh yeah, they dealt with that, but they fixed it in, this amount of steps, or by doing this. And I've tried those and it's still not working. So OBS just does not seem to like this system or this video card for some reason. I do not know why. But it's really rather annoying as all get out. So, all in all, I'm having issues. I'm having so many issues, you guys, it's not even funny. So, what I'd like to do is, I would love to get a new system. My son bought himself a brand new laptop, and, had it for 2 days. And on the second day, while it was updating Windows, the laptop crashed, and looked on he told me about it and brought it into me. We looked up a bunch of forums and that kind of stuff. And apparently it was very common for this particular laptop to do exactly what had happened. And the manufacturer's suggestion was, oh, well, you can just open it up and remove the hard drive and the memory, and then that should reboot it. However, doing so also invalidates any manufacturer warranty on it, and we'd only had the computer for 2 days, you guys. That was it. So I told him, I was like, no, we're not dealing with this. We are taking this system back. And as soon as we took it back, when we went to go take it back, we found out that the store had pulled the remaining stock of that particular brand of computer because of the amount of issues that people were reporting with it. And it was like, oh, great. So we ended up getting him the exact same type of computer, but from a different manufacturer that didn't have like software controlled hardware, which is what ultimately caused the crash on the first one. And the new one that we got him is an HP, and it had 500 gigs less of hard drive space, but it came with a touch screen instead. Otherwise, everything else on it was the exact same. So it was like, and it was $10 cheaper. So it was like, oh, nice. Okay, well, we'll just go with that then. And I wish I could afford to get that particular system that he's got, because it's a super good system. I mean, it really is. It's a really good system. So it's a Hewlett Packard, and it is nice and sturdy, and it's a pretty decent system. The only issue I have is, you guys, my past 4 computers that I've had have all been Acers, and including this new one that I'm using now. They've all been Acers, and I've had really, really good luck with Acers, minus this current model. And everything works. It just has its own little quirks, and I don't know if it's a Windows 10 issue or if it's just a computer issue, because I know a lot of people who have had both the model of this computer that I have now and my old computer, and when they were running it with Windows 7, they didn't have any issues. Everything ran perfectly fine with no problems. Now, my old computer I got to work with no issues, no problems, that kind of thing, and it ran great. The only thing that stopped me from doing anything on it was the fact that, well, I had reached the max of what I could do as far as, with what hardware was in it, and it's not upgradable. So, I mean, I'd essentially maxed out what the computer could do with it. Even loading drivers which would simulate other drivers and that kind of stuff. I kind of topped it all out to, just, yeah, it's reached its potential, where with this one I can go past that. But this one has so many other issues involved with it for some reason, and I honestly I don't know why that's the case, that this is having so many issues. So not sure what's going on with that yet, guys. It's just an absolute pain in the butt. And you guys saw me up there just a second ago. And now it's going to be a pain in not letting me up there. So, don't know what I'm going to do about that. I'm still hoping I can get this one working as good as I had my other one working. It's one of those things that my other computer I had for, couple of years, and I was able to configure it, and I had a lot of stuff on there that required certain things to be installed previously, and required a bunch of configuration settings and INI settings, and yeah, I got it to work great, but it was maxed. Whereas this one, I just gotten it, and I'm still working out the bugs on it. So, but the things I have scheduled to play are playing well, with the exception of Fallout 4. Like I said, I'm running into some texture issues, because a lot of this started with a texturing mod that I put in, and what it does is it lowers the texture but keeps it at the same integrity. It takes some of these 2K textures that are in Fallout 4, and it just compressed it down to a 64 by, see, look, I was able to get up there, to a 64 by 64 rather than being 2K. and runs tons smoother. But the problem is, after having installed that, is, like I said, 20 to 25 minutes, and then for some reason I get a crash. And don't know why yet. So that's going to be something I'm going to have to ponder as to what I want to do with if I can't get it fixed. So, I mean, if anything, I might even be able to convince my son to let me use his computer to to complete the Fallout 4 series, because on his computer it runs great, and I don't even have to put anything into it. So it's always an option, but still up in the air. I'm going to see if I can get this computer to actually start working correctly, and just get some more stuff installed and some more configuration files set up the right way for this to run. So, but anyways, you guys, I just want to kind of let you guys know what was going on with the channel, what the current schedule and stuff is going to be, at least for this week and next week, and then after that, I'm going to evaluate based on views and that kind of stuff through YouTube to see what works and what doesn't work, and then we may change up the schedule from there, replacing a couple of games or something. But for right now, that's how it stands. Like I said, it's going to be usually VRChat, which is going to be like a vlog, and then maybe, play around with Casalo in some games and stuff like that. We're going to go from there into Eden, and then Subnautica, and then that following week it will be a hanging out in Minecraft until that series ends. Then Are You a Rose, and then then Fallout 4. So that's the current schedule as far as how I got everything currently set up. If you guys have a different suggestion, or if you guys have something that you would prefer over the other, let me know in the comments below, and I'll see what I can do to change it and stuff. So, but thanks very much for watching, you guys. I really appreciate the messages and the comments that you guys send me, both the private messages and when you guys leave messages in the area below. I appreciate the likes on the channel. We are picking up more views on both Eden and Arua, and a little bit on the VRChat, and on the Fallout 4. So I do appreciate that, you guys, and I am so glad when I put something out there and then I'm seeing you guys respond, be it good or bad. I'm so very glad to be able to say that, I helped, or I'm putting out something that you guys are actually wanting to see and participate in and stuff, and that it means a lot to me. And because this is just me having fun. That's all I film, is me playing the stuff that I want to play and bringing you guys along for the ride. So, but just thanks so much for all of you guys, letting me know what's going on, and communicating, and saying, hey, that was really good, or hey, that was really bad, or hey, you're glad to see, that this happened, or as I got a message earlier this week, I was able to help a couple of people out on their systems of getting stuff fixed and done, and that means a lot. It really does. So thank you very much, you guys, and for sticking around and being a part of this channel, as well as just being there and dropping a line and saying hi. I really do appreciate it. I can't tell you how much it means to me. So, but as usual, if you guys have any hints, tricks, suggestions, cheats, comments on this or any other game, feel free to leave it in the appropriate comment box below, or you can private message it to me. and hit that like button for me, you guys. I don't monetize, so because I don't monetize, the likes don't really mean anything to YouTube, but it does to me. It allows me to kind of judge whether or not you guys want to see more of what I'm doing or want to expand upon something. So it does mean a lot to me, and I know it means a lot to Casalo too, because he kind of judges what he's willing to get on and play based on the exact same thing. As far as videos with likes and stuff. So, please make sure to hit that like button for me if you liked it. I would appreciate that. And until next time, you guys, laters.